Welcome to the fifth part of Wayfinding in Poetry. My name is Dana Marlatt. I'm a painted feather woodland Métis on my father's side and German on my mother's. I'm grateful to be here thanks to Create to Learn, Taking It Global, and ImagineNative. In this video, we'll start to get into how to use poetry to channel your emotions and specifically for hard moments or self-care. I'll share with you 2 examples of formats of how you can express yourself. Poetry is a great way to channel self-awareness or vent out how you're feeling in the moment. In my own story with hard moments, I was recovering from a concussion in 2020 and unable to do most things like look at a screen, interact with noises, or hold a conversation. I turned to poetry to help have more compassion for the situation I was in. The first example I'll share uses an ode style and alternating rhyme scheme. We learned about odes in video 3 and rhyme in video 2. This poem was written during that period and is around giving permission to make mistakes. A pencil taught me to be kind. Its graphite showed me to move softly across the sheet. It taught me to observe, reflect, and record my human mind. As I look back, its mark was steady, but not always neat. Its eraser taught me self-compassion in my mistakes. Or even if my answer is wrong, it taught me it's okay to take the chance and partake. I showed up, and that makes me strong. On top of having a concussion, I shortly thereafter left my partner and experienced all the emotions of a breakup on top of living alone for the first time during a lockdown. I learned to leave evermore on poetry as a way to get the hurt out and also share appreciation to my friends that were supporting me from a safe distance. For this next poem, it's called Call, and it's all about a friend that picked up when I was having a hard time. Thank you for being there to pick up the call. I was in a spot, spinning, trying not to bawl. My emotions were in control and reeling, stuck in the traumas and in my feelings. You tell me to embrace the raw pain, sit with my body, tears flow like a medicine rain. There's always a way if your will is there. Remember, it only takes a moment of self-care. Especially when you want to use poetry to vent, having a free flow poem can be really helpful. I tend to write short statements about how I'm feeling, then start to rearrange the order, combine them together, break them into shorter lines, rephrase, or swap them out. I am constantly writing short statements about these feelings or what I experience and call them my dots. I have digital and physical notebooks full of them, and then for exercises like this, I try and go and connect them. This helps them to form new poems or look at things in a new way. Sometimes a lesson from one experience is said in the right way to describe another. You can always revisit your past work for inspiration. For this pause and practice, you can free flow openly like suggested above, or it might be helpful to set some boundaries or direction to what you want to speak to. If so, I like to think of the medicine wheel and choose from body, spirit, heart, or mind. Then I decide if I want to have a self-love, reflective, expressive, or raw lens. You can try setting the timer for 5 minutes, letting all the thoughts come out and onto the paper, and then once the timer is up, see what phrases, lines, or verses feel true to you. Thank you for taking the time to learn with me how poetry can be used for self-care and expressing hard moments in life. Sometimes these poems feel angry, raw, and very personal. I know I have notebooks full of private ones that I call the vault. Sometimes it's hard to know when to share or not, though I found through posting a few on Instagram, there's always someone that will connect with your words or find helpful. By being vulnerable through poetry with yourself or with others, it's a truly healing experience. In the next of Wayfinding in Poetry, we'll look at ways to find inspiration to help get the writing flowing. Thank you again, and as a reminder, for more content, you can follow @CreateToLearn on Instagram and check #CreateToLearn.